That's the first time in U.S. history that I know of the Department of Justice has taken a clear legal position in favor of AR-15 ownership. Now, if you're in New Jersey, like I am, let's talk about what's important. We're currently under a ban on so-called large capacity magazines. So anything over 10 rounds for a handgun or rifle is considered large capacity and is illegal unless you fall under one of the law enforcement exceptions. A total prohibition on suppressors. You can't have a suppressor under any conditions. An assault weapon ban that targets AR-style rifles. Cosmetic features on the rifles themselves. So you can own an AR-15, but there are so many restrictions in New Jersey that you have to make sure that your rifle does not have one of those restrictions that make it illegal in New Jersey. This DOJ brief directly challenges the logic behind all three of those restrictions. In fact, the brief says that these items are, quote, arms, end quote, under the Second Amendment, and banning them violates both the text and the history of the Constitution. Let's expand on the precedent that they're leaning into. They cite the Heller decision. That was a case back in 2008 where the Supreme Court ruled that the Second Amendment protects arms in common use for lawful purposes. They also reference Bruin, NYSERPA versus Bruin. That's a 2022 case, which says if restriction lacks historical tradition, it's unconstitutional. Now here's what gets interesting. The DOJ highlights how AR-15s are used by millions of Americans every day for home defense, for sporting competitions, for training, and yes, for preparedness in uncertain times. So-called large capacity magazines, they cite the fact that 30-round mags are standard equipment in most rifle platforms. Not a loophole, not an exception, just normal gear. And suppressors, the DOJ says they protect hearing and aid in safe, responsible training, just like hearing protection at a job site.